Okay, I'd like to welcome you all to the village board meeting, 7 o'clock, Monday, December 12th, 2022. We'll have a roll call of officers.
Pete Anzia, Roseanne Dye, Don Doctor, Sarah Heisler, Chris Clear, Rose Sowers, and Dan Wolf present.
Open meeting law compliance check.
Yes, we are. Okay.
Okay, can we all please stand for a pledge of allegiance, a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Public input. Anyone have any public input? Okay, if not, we'll move on to the Belgium Area Chamber of Commerce report.
Hi, everybody. First of all, did my Christmas went well. Thank you to everyone who participated in that one way or the other. Julie, especially, thank you so much for all your help. Cleaning up afterwards, it was so appreciated. One thing I just want to mention is our tent company mentioned they're not going to be a tent company next year, and they are selling the tent that we use. So if anyone in the village happens to be in a position that they would be interested in that tent, let me know, as I did receive a quote on it. Other than that, we are selling chamber checks, and I can't remember if I've mentioned those before, but it's a new program that we have. So you can get certificates in any amount at PWSB here in Belgium, and you can use them at any of our chamber rooms. Like I think 76 different businesses that you could use those at. So it's a great gift for staff or clients or whoever. So that's it. Any questions for me?
Yeah, how come the chamber's not buying the tent? Wouldn't the chamber have use of the tent?
Well, I brought it up. We have a board meeting coming up, so who knows, but we don't have a ton of storage. So I think that could potentially be an issue. And then you still need people to put it up. So
That's the
another major part of that.
Take it down.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
take it down in December.
Thanks,
So
Joe.
if anyone's interested, that'd be great.
Anything, any other questions for chamber? Okay, thank you very much. We'll move on to consent agenda items.
Village Marshal report. Village report.
Oh, yes, sorry. Leon.
Yeah, okay. Once winter park started, they handed out, in 2 weeks, I handed out 100 dollars on the cars, and the last day of November, I could have handed out some more on the same cars again, so I started giving out tickets. So I gave 5 tickets out the last day of November, and I also had 1 dog at large complaint, and 1 dumpster. Somebody put a tire in a dumpster, and I got a hold of him. He came, picked it up, and got it out of there. That was it for the month of November. And right now, so far in December, I'm averaging about 2 tickets a day.
Repeat offenders from the first group, or?
Yeah, this morning there was 2 of them were repeats again. And the one I gave the ticket to this morning, the one I gave it to last week was playing on her dash.
We'll learn it.
Thanks, Lee.
Yeah, over.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Anybody got anything else for Leon? Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to accept the consent agenda items A and B.
So approved.
Approved.
I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda items A and B.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We have no unfinished business, so we'll move on to new business. 10A, approve annual write-off of inactive utility accounts. Vicky, could you help us in that?
Yes, Every year, we have a number of old accounts where they, almost always they pay their last bill. And they paid a few days after the last late charge gets posted. Because they are previous owners, we can't. Generally put it on the tax roll for the new owner. And they are below the threshold for the tax roll anyway. It's usually $1 or less. And so once a year, we write those off with board approval. I have to have board approval. This year, there's a little bit higher amounts on there because one of our sewer haulers stopped using us as a customer, and they didn't pay the late charges. And you know, again, they don't own property here, but we can't put it on a tax roll. And they're not our customer anymore, so they have no incentive to pay it, and, you know, fighting it is gonna cost more than just letting it go, generally.
About how much are we writing off?
293.45,
That's the total of all of them, and the bulk of that is the sewer hauler.
the 26.
If that sewer hauler comes back, can we make it then or not?
Of course we can.
Well, I mean, if she-
Yeah, even if we write it off.
Something here,
Yeah, they have been using us for over a year now, so yeah, but, and,
Sounded like
yeah.
I jumped in my house.
I don't know if they are still even operating in the area, I don't know what it is with them, but I had problems with getting late fees collected from them for years prior. They were always fighting with me on that.
Got it. But even if we write it off and for some reason they come back.
If they came back, we could, of course we could.
Okay, all right.
Writing it off just basically takes it off of our current books. We would
Got it.
still have a record of it. They still owe it if they ever.
Right.
Okay, then I move to approve the annual write-off of inactive utility accounts.
Second.
Motion's been made, seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I,
Opposed, motion passes. 10B, like to introduce number 15-22, adopting the public participation plan for the comprehensive plan update. Julie, could you fill us in on this, please?
This is a part of the comprehensive plan review. At the plan, and this is being done at the plan commission level. So the first step was the plan commission reviewed the public participation plan, which is the document in the packet, and just did some updates as far as when the updating the dates to the meetings of when we'll have a kickoff meeting, the public information meeting, and, you know, updating the time.
this is a required part of the comprehensive planning process. We have to have a public participation plan. So, before we can begin working on the new comprehensive plan, we have to have this participation be approved by the board. Okay, I move to approve the adoption of resolution number 15-22. Resolution adopting the public participation plan for the comprehensive plan.
Second.
Motion's been made, seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. 10C, discuss progress and next steps for a joint EMS plan. Chris or
Yeah, so
Rose?
we met on November 29th. It was a joint meeting between EMS Fire, between Village of Belgium, Town of Belgium, Village and Town of Fredonia, and also Waukesha. Basically, it was just to kind of get everyone together for the first time the joint committees come together as a whole. We looked over a couple of examples of what other municipalities have done with this kind of joint activity. We had a presentation from a couple of people who have led these in the past. And we also brought in, he's actually the city administrator for Fredonia,
Chris Jenkins.
Chris Jenkins, thank you. And he's gonna kind of be running point on collecting all this material, so it's easier for everyone to digest and review. As far as immediate next steps, we just started going over at a very high level, thinking about questions such as governance, you know, going forward, how will this community be governed, asset lists, current and future, drafts of, drafts of other municipal agreements. And then the big thing in front of us right now is, while this we have funding from the county for this for the next 2 years. We have to submit a sustainability plan that shows how collectively we're going to structure this and fund it over the next ongoing from that point on. So that's actually due in draft form by May 1st, 2023. So we'll be having a couple of meetings. Next one's gonna be on January 24th after the holidays. At that point, we'll have a couple of, ones that have been used already for other municipalities to review and kind of use as a template of sorts. So then we'll be able to, after that, we'll be able to come back here and talk a little bit more in depth about exactly how we're gonna structure that whole thing. What it's paid for. Pay for it. Any questions? I think just because of the scale of this too, what I'll probably do in the future is I'll make sure to publish any minutes from the meetings that we had previous to here, so everyone can read them in advance and be prepared with any questions you
Yeah,
have,
that would be nice.
because it's gonna be kind of a big deal.
Just forward them to me.
Okay,
The week before, and then I'll include it in the packet.
will do.
Okay, now we can move on. 10D, approved payment to Beekler Construction for work completed for community park project as of November 16th, 2022, amount of $94,000. Danny? Anything
Yeah, he
else?
submitted a bill for the work he has done. I mean, he poured all the footings, he poured the rock wall, he poured all the footings in the shelter and everything, so
Moving along.
moving along, yeah.
From anything anyone's seen, no new surprises coming up or anything like
No,
that. Anything we ran into while here.
We ran into this only thing block with the block. I mean, they had promised that they had 10,000 block on site, so when Brian ordered, they only had 1,000, so.
Oh,
It's 1,000 short.
So it's counted by a lot.
This Thursday, but problem is now we're running into the bad part of winter here.
Right. How much can you do?
He had said that he's not gonna hold the project up, so he's gonna make somehow he's gonna build structure around it that he can lay back, so.
Is that gonna affect our budget that he's gonna have to probably put tents up or something?
Shouldn't be a project cost.
He's gonna eat that?
Now,
He's gonna eat that?
he's gonna have to, I mean,
So just so the board knows, the contract does call for a 5% reserve or I guess a retainage. So it's really up to the board whether you want me to hold back 5% on this or not, but that is what the contract states.
Well, I am not an engineer or contractor, nor do I play one on television, but if we're putting blocks in during really cold inclement weather, is that gonna create quality problems down the road? Is that like concrete at all, where, if there's an issue when you lay it?
well, it's a possibility, I'm sure he's gonna have to somehow keep heating there or do something. I know he had said, when he poured the concrete for the bathrooms and the concession stand and the storage area, he had blankets on there for probably over a week until the temperature got above freezing at night. Well, I talked to them on Friday before they poured. They said if the temperature don't get below freezing, they didn't have to cover this, so.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay. The motion to approve payment to Beekler Construction for work completed on the community park project as of November 16th, 2022, in the amount of $94,000.
Motion's been made and seconded.
Before you vote, I just want to clarify, does that mean you do not want me to hold back a retainage? That I'm to pay the full amount? Okay.
Not at this point, anyway.
I was just gonna ask if anyone, I was gonna ask that question.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Chris.
I'm used to it.
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Approved payment to Soper for the stormwater street project. Is Kevin on?
It is on. Kevin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. I've been having some technical issues here, so I'm glad I was able to make it work. So yes, the current pay app for SOPR for the project is requesting $161,137.55. This pay request comes in above the original contract number by $13,396. Now, we still retain 2.5% of the project, which is $72,000 and some change of retainage. So the payout has not yet surpassed what the contract amount is. But we have had some quantities that came in higher than expected. So at this point, like I said, the payment will not pay them over the budget, but we will be agreeing to eventually satisfying the contract for $13,396 above contract. We are at completion with the project for 2022. In 2023, we will still have warranty and restoration to take care of, but that is all still covered in our contract.
Kevin, is this normal for quantities to possibly exceed? Is this, I mean, is this just a factor of the way projects work, or was there an error made, or how, you know, can you explain that?
Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily say this is normal. I mean, we try to estimate the project as close as we can to what it's going to entail to do the work. We did have some overages in the project, and Danny might be able to help me out with some of this. There are a few extra storm laterals put in. Mini storm sewer was extended to a couple more dwellings, and then we did have substantially more asphaltic driveway surfaces than originally the original proposal was for. That came into play when Danny and I discussed the options of leaving the gravel aprons in the industrial commercial area. And the decision was to asphalt those driveways to help keep the gravel off the road and maintain the quality of the road for the longevity of it.
So we have an ordinance that we require to have hard surface, you know, for the approach and everything. So we thought we were doing the streets that should be put in.
Right.
And another word the overage was, there was two areas where we had lower the water main because of the storm sewer. So that took almost to $13,000 up, but moving that, lowering it in two different places. I mean, you're lowering 12-inch water main, that's a big pipe to move around, and it just takes time to do it. And that was unknown at the time when it was designed, thought it was going to work, but that's when you stuff out in the fields when you do construction. I mean,
Anybody else have any more questions for Kevin or Danny?
No. I'll make the motion to approve the payment to Silver for the Stormwater Street Project number 6 for $161,137.55. Thanks.
I'll second.
Motion's made and seconded. There's no further questions. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. At this time, I'd like to present a plaque to Jerry. It reads 37 years of excellence presented to Jerry Antoine in recognition for outstanding service to the Village of Belgium. In sincere gratitude for guidance, expertise, historical knowledge, and dedication to the village. We wish you smooth sailing on your new adventure and much respect and gratitude. Your retirement is truly deserved with a job well done. Congratulations on your retirement. Thank you.
I'll give my speech. I would like to thank this board and all the other boards for letting the services. And rewarding and interesting. Like most, I was born and raised in Belgium, the first 47 years of my life here. So I've always, this is my hometown. It isn't just a job. I'm like, here's we don't care about other clients, but Belgium is special. And still, because I got a lot of friends here, still in my old age. I've enjoyed working with all the presidents, all the trustees, the staff has been great. And as I've said to many of you over the years, you have thankless jobs. And thank you for doing this because nobody appreciates what you do. Most people don't understand what you do. We've seen people come on the board, they were going to change things and then they discover how budgets work and what your job is, and it's eye-opening to them. So again, I appreciate all the support I've gotten from all of you over the years. My partner, Brad Hampton, is going to take over starting in January. He was going to be here tonight, but he's recovering from COVID, so he thought he'd probably appreciate it if he didn't come. So you'll get to meet him in the future soon. But again, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Gary, you have to promise that if we get new chairs, you come and break the.
I've been rocking in this corner for 38 years. I have to rock. That's great.
It is a very important.
If we ever get in chair, we'll give you one for you.
We'll give you that. Check.
Yeah, you can have your chair.
Okay, I'd like to read the resolution number 16-22, expressing our appreciation to Jerry Antoine for his service as village attorney. Whereas Jerry Antoine has served as village attorney since April of 1985, and whereas Jerry has provided exceptional legal guidance to assist the village board and staff in making many important decisions regarding policy and procedures, and whereas Jerry is a true community leader and served as the village attorney and displayed an outstanding commitment to serve the village, and whereas Jerry has demonstrated the highest principles of service and respect towards the village board, staff, and community, and whereas Jerry will be retiring December of 2022, whereas the village board by this resolution wishes to publicly express gratitude and great appreciation to Jerry for the attorney's service and dedication to the village of Belgium. And now therefore, in recognition of Jerry's many contributions to our village, community, and citizens, we hereby express our deep appreciation for his dedication to the progress of this community. And now therefore, be it resolved by the village of Belgium to honor the services of Jerry Antoine with a copy of this resolution, adopted by the village board on December 12th, 2022. Okay.
Do we need to move to adopt it? Yes, we do. I so move.
Back to that.
Motion's been made and seconded. Anybody approved,
Yep.
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Don't forget, we have a few treats in the back for tonight. Please stick around. Otherwise, thank you very much.
Gary.